let's see what's up here. Oh, a lot of blood. Okay, we can do a lot of scavenging. A lot of bodies. Oh, it's a new hideout, okay. Yep, this will be helpful. I want to see what I can do for my people here. Fatigue. Harry Peterson. I guess I could do some fatigue stuff for this young man. Yeah, let's do some. We're gonna help him. Treatments. Treatment for fatigue. Oh, I already have one. Well done. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. But first, let's rest a little and level up. We have quite the experience to do so. So, let's see what actually I would like to do. Increase your blood capacity. Increase your blood absorption when using bite in combat. Yes, please. Yes, please. I feel like that's enough for now. I would like to do some more damage when I bite the people. Increase damage, yes. Increase. More! Oh. And what's the other one? Increase your life regeneration. Absolutely. Absolutely. This will be very helpful when I encounter strong enemies. I will confirm this now. Go to sleep and should find a way to go inside. These guys are bye-bye. Okay. So I'm guessing this is the door where I couldn't get in earlier. I was a vampire this morning at the gym. For some reason the sensor didn't detect me and I was alone in the gym. Nobody was there obviously, so I trained in the dark. Investigate Darius Petrescu's actions. How do I do that? How do I do that? Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. How do I investigate? What's there? Yeah. I'm confused here as to what to do. Interesting. Okay, let's try something else. Oh, did I try this?
I cannot enter.
Oh, look, there's Dorothy. She's up there.
It's locked.
It's locked. Let's try. I don't think I tried using my vampire. Oh, yep. Okay, that was it.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Cool, let's go. Nearby the church. Oh, this guy's fatigued. Let me help him.
You again? What do you want this time?
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peters?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad...
You could leave tomorrow.
That's it.
Why do you...
Oh,
you could
sorry,
leave-
sorry. Goodbye to you.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Clayton Darby. Who is Clayton Darby?
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Baron, you know a game. You
Good
pay
evening,
for
Harry.
peace of mind.
May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
I prefer not to keep you
So I'm guessing
another beating.
one of them must be around here. Maybe I ate them. Did I eat him? Did I eat one of these guys? No. Okay. Cool. Oh, I'm not in the area anymore. Funky monkey. Oh, who are these guys? Hello. Who are you?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Nice.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Okay, behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Hello, Mr. Priest.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're
No, it's
mad
not.
and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Okay, I think
I have had enough for tonight. Goodbye.
exactly. We heard enough.